Welcome to the first extra video, and before we talk about the chop shops, here's something a little bit funny. You see, if you go onto the phone and dial 555-7467, that's 555-PIMP for those of you who are wondering, and hit the call button, not start, fool, the call button. See, I'm at the extra video and I'm already screwing up. Man, I must be burned out or something. Anyway, 7467. Now just call and wait for it.
Hell no, motherfucker! Ain't nobody bothers me on my days off. I'ma show you who's in charge of this town.
Yep. Sure enough, if there was a crowd of pimps, you would be bombarded by pimps. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to show. Taunting! And this is what happens when you taunt. You anger people. And I'm gonna kill this woman. And why am I not shooting? Oh, right. Yeah, I was having a dirt moment there. I thought I was pushing the wrong button. Actually, I was trying to pistol whip her and I couldn't do it, but
I said, stay away from the bitches.
What the hell? Is this beat up RV Man week? God damn! What the hell does that? But nonetheless, if you call the pimps, sometimes the pimps will come in Comptons, or they will come in Ice Wolves. This is actually pretty helpful and pretty hilarious, but rather helpful nonetheless if you're trying to do chop shops. And that's enough of me getting my ass whooped. Let's get on to the subject at hand, the chop shops. Now, the easiest way to get the chop shop missions done is don't do like me and not activate them. What kind of madness is this? What are you talking about, RV Man? I bet you all are wondering. Well, let me put it to you in the nicest way. I say that I'm activating the status quo. Let me show you. The status quo will only appear at nighttime in the red light district. If I did not have the chop shop missions on, I would have actually found status quo left and right. As a matter of fact, I happen to find those in part 2 of my playthrough. For those of you who don't remember, status quo showed up in fact, every single car that I needed for the chop shop mission showed up everywhere. And for that simple fact, I will never find a status quo in the daytime unless I'm really, really lucky, because these cars are really rare. But they show up by the plentiful at night. And normally, when you're trying to look for a car, they have a car insignia on your GPS if you find the car that you're looking for. Which, oh, by the way, that GPS line is irritating me, but seeing as how it's not going to appear now, I'm going to try to get another car. Let's see, Cosmos. That's one's an easier one to find. And I meant to check the map. And, oh yeah, that's right. It's in the project, so it's right next, well, right up the street, basically. So it's not really that far away. Well, the whole point is, before it sounds like I'm rambling off, you're never going to find the cars that you need so long as you have the chop shop missions available. But if you don't, oh, they show up everywhere. However, there are some that will actually meet rarity conditions if you do have the chop shop. Say like the Betsy here, which is one of the cars on the list. It's parked right outside my front door. Now, if I was smart, I would have put that Betsy right into the garage. But then I would have to find another Betsy. So instead, since the chop shop mission is activated, and notice there was a notoriety meter, a notch on my notoriety meter, that's what I meant to say. For every chop shop car you get, you will get notoriety. Some will give you 1, some will give you 2, some will give you 3. Police cars will give you up to 5.
So, asshole.
Oh yeah. Real rich and smooth there, people. But there are easier ways around this. But for right now, let's focus on the proper way Volition wants you to do this. And the only reason why this happened is because of the fact that I already had a save file where I've already beaten the Chop Shop mission. Since the right way takes forever, here's an abridged version of the very list that I'm talking about. On the left, you see the Saints, which, if you have 30 or more hoods, you could actually get those cars in your hood, in your customization. You got the Danville and the Churchill for the Sons of Zombie, the Swindle and the Alaskan for the Brotherhood, and you've got the construction vehicles, which will show up at any construction site in the factory. There's service vehicles, which will show up everywhere in town. The airport vehicles, like the Topher and the Bag Boy, will show up only in the airports. The escort missions vehicles, you just gotta beat both the escort missions in the game in order to get those vehicles, but also get something else. And of course, the law enforcement, which all you have to do is find these things lying about or get a wanted meter. The quotas are going to be harder because they're in Saints Row, and they're driven by Ultor security. So you're going to have to kick those buttholes out and be prepared to deal with the Moscow unit for those. So yeah, these are probably the easiest cars you're going to find. All the others you're going to have to either buy or anything else. But there's the major step to emphasize the main part of the strategy. The stored vehicles, which you will get from the Red Light District's escort mission if you actually successfully beat it. These are all the cars that I happen to have, that I stolen, that I got awarded to me, that I downloaded from DLC. I've already showed you all these cars, and you've already seen them in, well, most of them, well, some of them, in the playthroughs, but this actually is a very good way to get the Chop Shop mission done. Quite frankly, you want to store all these vehicles into your base. As many as you can fit. Once you do, use the free store vehicle delivery and go to the nearest Chop Shop, which is in the projects. And you want to call, deliver the vehicle, save, be done with it. And sorry I don't have footage for that, because that will take a long process. It's easier, but it's going to be longer. But at least you don't have to worry about being chased down by the cops going to the Chop Shop. This is RVman985. I hope this was helpful. And another tip, go to Higher Power and buy most of the cars on the Chop Shop list. That also helps too. Even if you don't have a wider list, there are other LPers that has a more broader list than I, but I hope this was helpful for you guys. I will see you guys in the final extra video where I take on the Hitman missions, which is more thorough than this one. See you guys next time.